Hi and welcome back on planticaly. My name is Omar, and today I wanted to talk with you about how it came to be that I started this plant journey. So I guess as many of us plant people did, I started also my main plant journey, so to speak, during the pandemic years. Uh, in fact, in about the summer of 2020, I believe, I always loved animals, loved plants, not so much plants than animals, to be honest. I always thought that those were boring. They didn't move, they didn't do anything in particular. But because of school projects, uh, a big project in Germany where I live, we had to do this big project with like folders and such, and uh, I my group did it on I I cannot translate the name. Um, my group did on this topic, but it was a very scientific topic. And yes, it was, I think, just the gist of it about uh, uh, about how sustainable living, about sustainable resources for food consumption. So speaking hydroponics, plants, microgreens and such, how to how the future for like the food consumption would look like. And so I started looking into deep into it. How can you grow foods at home? How you can reduce waste consumption, so on. And yes, from how to grow microgreens. Microgreens are just plants. How to perfectly um, cultivate plants. I started to research plants in general and found some very nice YouTubers that I enjoyed watching. And after the project, for what I got good um, a good grade, so the um, in the summer it was very boring, and I was quite I didn't know what to do. So my mother gifted me my first plant. It's still alive. It's now a big, great ficus ginseng from the supermarket from Edeka. So yeah, and when I moved here, that plant was the heaviest and like the most complicated to move because it's in like this big glazed terracotta pot, one of the few glazed terracotta pots that I have. And let me tell you, getting that thing into the fourth floor of my apartment building without an elevator, without anyone to help you, it was a mess. But it got here safe and sound, and it's just loving the uh, west facing window direction it's pointed towards. It's great. And yes, my mother got me that plant, and it's just rocking the lifestyle here. And then later I got myself three plants. Yes, it was three plants, and those were all in the same move, was orchid, Phalaenopsis colibri Russian. It's called it's culturation. It's currently in bloom right now. I would post a pic on. I try to put a pic on it here, and now the also, which in the same move I got uh, Zeropegia, Woody, a string of hearts, and I think yes, those were it. Yes, with the ficus I had originally three plants, and they just I have them since now like about 3 years, about 2.5 years. Oh, God, no, I have to look it up. I have a Google Excel sheet where I have like all of those plans and such, and but now it's late. I don't have the numbers off the top of my head. I'm sorry, but like I always was kind of fickety with orchids. Oh, can I keep them alive? Can I not keep it alive? And now it's blooming. The Phalaenopsis, it's great. I get it. I'm quite positive that this is a good plant. I love orchids, and I have two orchids, well, two of the same species that are just they're doing problems right now, but I hope they are not so problematic in a few weeks. And yeah, well, now I started my plant journey, and now I have a lot of plants, and also studying biology. And I hope now in my own apartment, which I moved here, I hope I can a bit expand my little collection. I have some few in mind, and maybe also not also have terrestrial plants. I once had a aerial plant, a Tillandsia, but sadly it got rot. It I think for those who don't know how a Tillandsia grows, it's like in a bulb shape, and from the inside out it rotted, so it was black. It just it died sadly, and like I just have a lot of ideas which I hope I can experiment here in my apartment with you all on YouTube. And yes, I'm quite excited. And yeah, I also have a balcony at this apartment, which you will see as soon as it gets warmer. It was warm, but literally today and yesterday, after a good warm days, it just snowed again. Like we had a whole month that was okay, and now snow. Quite unexpected. But yeah, I have a lot of ideas, and in fact, some new orchids and cacti, euphorbias I'd like to try. And yes, that was the start of my plant journey. All in all, those three were my first plants, and I like to, uh, so to speak, always when I look at a plant, I can always remember when I got it, how I got it, and yes, that's the way I like to interact with my plants. For when I see one cactus, in fact, I have cactus back there, which I got myself as a present for me getting my my Abitur. That's in German the highest highest school grade you can achieve, which with the Abitur you can get qualified to go to university. So I did it. I managed to do it. And what did I do? I got myself a little cactus. And yes, I would like to know how you are all interacting with like house plants, plants in general. What's your favorite plants for? I like cactus and orchids a lot. And if you're uh, if you have any questions about what orchids, or just want to tell me stuff about your plant collection, I would be very happy about it. And I would like you all to please leave a nice comment, maybe even give a thumbs up, or even if you're so generous, maybe leave maybe even subscribe to this channel so you won't miss the next video I will upload on this channel. Yeah, well, that's all from me today, and we will see each other next week. So yeah, then see you next Friday. Bye.